Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to another episode of My Player here on FIFA 15. Now, I've got one thing to ask before we get into this video, and that's please don't send me things via the EA Sports Football Club catalogue. I went into to the catalogue just to unlock some coin boosts for Ultimate Team, and it came up saying, you know, so-and-so's gifted you this, so-and-so's gifted you this, so-and-so's gifted you this. Didn't think anything of it, just brushed it aside, and then when I come into the My Player, my guy has been boosted by 1 overall by all of the different attribute things that people have been gifting me. So I don't know how to not accept them. There is no way to kind of accept or not accept different items that you're gifted. So if I could ask you guys just straight up, don't send me stuff, otherwise it has the potential to completely ruin a series, and I don't really want to put 40 hours into a series if it's going to get ruined. So please don't do that. But anyway, that aside, we've got a couple of big games today away at Dagenham and Redbridge. Apologies if that sounded a little bit whiny, but it's, you know, I'm just trying to take care of the series so that I can give you guys the most entertaining stuff. But anyway, we've got Dagenham away to start off with, and then a very, very big game at home against Oxford United, which is the biggest game of the season so far domestically. It's first versus second. In fact, where are Dagenham in the league? Dagenham are... oh, why can't I see them? 17th, so hopefully we'll be able to get a win against Dagenham, but the game against Oxford will be very, very difficult indeed. As you can see, the only 2 sides remaining in the league that are unbeaten. So actually, it has a massive effect on what happens in the league. But we'll jump into the game against Dagenham first. Hopefully we can get ourselves a goal as well as the team a win. And we could do with those 3 points to try and close the gap on Oxford so that we could maybe overtake them with a win in the second game. Here's Bingham, Dagenham on the edge of our box. That may drop to a striker. It has done. Labadie draws a good save out of Chris Dunn, the goalkeeper. First chance of their game falls to Dagenham. They've actually had a lot of possession to this point. We haven't really got a foothold in the game so far. I'm hoping we can get this clear and it isn't going to cause us any problems, because, yes, Dunn comes and claims very well indeed. I'll call for it, although he's going to delay in kicking it to me. But yeah, we've struggled to maintain possession so far in this one. Hopefully that isn't a pattern for the rest of the game, because Dagenham seem to be quite a threatening side despite being in their position that they are in the league, down in 17th. So this might be more difficult than I initially thought. That is a wonderful tackle by Luke Chadwick. We've got the ball back. Can we create something? Plenty of yellow shirts coming forward. We just need to make sure that we can create something here, because we haven't done so far. Playing Hughes again. Rather fortunate in the way that it falls back to him, but Chadwick might be underneath this. It's a good cross, but it's only come out as far as Greg Taylor, who finds me. Can I get around the man there? We have done. Question of a foul, nothing given. Driven into the box. I'll drill it across the box. Oh, and Diallo doesn't read it. Perfect opportunity. I teased the ball across the box. All Diallo needed to do was gamble at the back post, and he didn't. Chance for us. We've not been able to take it. That's a good tackle by Whittle. Bobby Joe might be able to play me down the line here. I'm not sure whether I was onside there. We'll find out in just a second. Apparently we were. I'm just going to try the shot. Oh, try to slot it through the goalkeeper's legs. Cousins makes a good save at his near post. I wasn't too sure whether I'd be able to get it back to the man that was waiting in the box. So I tried a little cheeky nutmeg that didn't quite come off. But can we get anything from the corner? It's going to get whipped in. Oh, it's a terrible corner straight to the near post. Defender hoofs it away. We keep possession. We lose possession. We keep possession. I'll call for it from Greg Taylor, not coming. Here's Diallo. Is going to use me. We'll fire it out wide to Hughes, who gets the on-rushing Richard Tate involved. The right back pushing forward. Might use Diallo, who then in turn might use me. First touch is good. Shot's decent. It's deflected. Won't quite drop for the man in the box. Another couple of chances that we just haven't quite been able to get the final touch onto the ball in the box. Here's Porter. He's got a couple of men in front of him. Skips past one challenge. Lays off Green on the outside of him, who may stand across up into the middle, although seems to be hounded very well by the defence. But he's found Howell right at the very end of the first half here. Howell keeps going. Question of a penalty there, and I may have got a little bit nervous when the referee blew his half-time whistle, because I thought he was going to give it. Blocked off the man rushing into the box, but nothing given. In we got the break at 0-0. Had a couple of chances we haven't quite been able to take just yet, but both teams are creating stuff, so it's been quite entertaining so far. Hopefully that continues in the second half, and we'll be able to get ourselves in front. Back down the line to Porter. Dagenham right at the beginning of the second half, pushing forward as they did at the beginning of the first. They come out the blocks flying, Dagenham, and then they seem to, you know, ease off towards the end of the first half. We were able to get ourselves into the game a little bit more. I'll go for the ball from Chadwick here and try and get maybe even a 1-2 with Sam Whittle here. I'll call for a through one, trying to watch the offside line, and it's not going too well so far, but Whittle's been able to find me. Now, can I get it past this man? I'm just going to drive past him and then perhaps cut back and try and get an assist by playing it into the middle. Sam Whittle's there, drilled, saved, but it falls to Luke Chadwick. Cambridge United have the breakthrough goal. 52 minutes on the clock. It's Cambridge 1, Dagenham 0. We said they were making the inroads at the start of the half, but we were able to catch them on the counter-attack. We're involved. First shot well blocked by the defender, but the second one easily tucked into an open net by Luke Chadwick. 1-0 Cambridge. Howell with the lofted ball. Cleared though by Josh Coulson. We've been on park the bus for like the last 20 minutes, so it's been a very, very slow end to the game, unfortunately. But clearly the manager wanting to hold on to these 3 points before the Oxford game, and actually I might be able to keep this in, although the goalkeeper's come a long way to get there. And in fact, there goes the final whistle. We do get all 3 points, so we're going. Oh, my guy's delighted with the win. We're going into the game against Oxford on good run of form. Hopefully we can continue this run and play as well as we did in this one. Defensively very, very solid today, and try and pick out a goal or two against Oxford as well. It'd be nice to get a goal ourselves as well. We've had a couple of shots in that one, but not really affected the game too much on an individual basis. But the team keeps picking up points, and that's the most important thing. Robbie Simpson is back from injury. Maybe he'll be playing against Oxford. We'll have to wait and see. But this is going to be a real tough game against Oxford United. They are easily one of the best sides in League Two, clearly doing very well this season, being top of the league. We're second, we're no slouches ourselves, so hopefully we can put in a good performance and at least draw. But being at home, you would want to win. Line up to Collins, but Miller's been able to get a tackle in, but then run into a teammate, and Collins could be in here. He's got a couple of options in the box, stands it up, does find a man in the box. Brown knocks it back to Howard. I think that's Izzy Brown, the Chelsea striker, perhaps on loan here at Oxford. What can he create on the edge of the box? Oh, that's a nice little back heel. Izzy Brown back to Meads, back to Brown. Oxford really threatening here on the edge of the box. Brown with good feet. Alfie Potter might get the ball into the box. He doesn't. They get tackled, but Oxford with a corner. Andy Wing picked up a yellow card earlier on, and you'll be able to see that challenge again here. It was an aggressive start to the game in the wet. It's the boat race derby, I guess. Oxford versus Cambridge, although it is heavily university-based. The background, the history to the derby, and Tyrone Barnett very close to putting Oxford United 1-0 in front there. Although I think he was offside. Indeed, Lino gave it. In fact, he was the closest man to the goal. But that first initial flick on was very close to giving Oxford a 1-0 lead. 15 minutes gone. We stay 0-0. Here's Potter into Collins. Chance here for Oxford. We've just switched to attacking, which might liven things up a little bit. It's a good lobbed ball into the box, cleared well by Josh Coulson, but it's dropped only as far as Howard, who fortunately has his shot go well wide. Now we've just switched to attacking like we saw. Hopefully that means we can actually start to create something up the other end, because I've been feeding on scraps all game long so far, not been putting together some nice flowing moves that we have done earlier on in the season. Needs us to liven things up here and start snapping the ball about with quick passes, which is what we haven't done so far today. Here's Diallo. We might not be going in at 0-0. We've got a free kick here 30 yards out. I'm tempted to take it myself and try and get it into that near post. I'm going to give it a go. Samba free kick technique. Oh, that needed saving from the goalkeeper. That almost, I aimed at the near post, that almost ended up swerving and going in the far post. Almost Ronaldinho-esque from 2006. Was it 2006? No, it was 2002. Ronaldinho for Brazil against England. But we've picked up a corner. We may be able to get ourselves in front before the start of the second half. I've crumbled in the box there, but we've still got possession. Here's Taylor into Tom Champion. Champion to Hughes, who stands it up. I'll win the header straight. The goalkeeper might drop to a Cambridge shirt. Greg Taylor on the ball, and they've hooked it clear again. Corner ball. First half stoppage time has been all Cambridge. This is the first time really we've had any chances in the game whatsoever, and we're having 2 or 3 in a nice little batch here. That corner's come in again, but it's only been cleared as far as Tom Champion, and there goes the half-time whistle. So we do go in at half-time at 0-0, although it could have been a completely different story if we'd taken one of those chances at the death of the first half. Into the second we go. That gives me a little bit of hope for the rest of this game. Here's Chadwick. I'll call for it. We'll get it off him. We'll find him again, pinging the ball about nicely. In fact, Chadwick left it for Champion. Here's Diallo. I'm trying to find some space, but Giallo goes it alone. Fires in a good shot straight at the goalkeeper, though. Comfortable save. Chadwick into me. Keep possession, Ches. There we go. Whittle with a back heel to Champion. Champion might find me, and he has done. I'm going to come inside here, and I'm going to be a little bit greedy because I want to have a shot. And I'm going to have that shot now. And it's flown into the back of the net. It's about time we scored a goal. That's our first goal in about 4 episodes, I think. The team's been picking up wins, and we finally managed to break the goal drought. So first goal in 8 games, I think. But what a goal to break the duck, and what an opponent to do it against. That gives us a 1-0 lead against the team that's top of the table. We don't really deserve it, in all honesty, but it's those sort of moments when you just have to take that one opportunity that comes in a game that you're not playing well in, and that could make the difference here. That might be enough to give us 3 points against the league leaders. Oxford pressing for an equaliser right at the very end of stoppage time. They've lofted it into the box, hopefully. Good header away from Miller. I'm going to bring this down eventually and maybe be able to get past the man. I can't quite do it. Let's try and get the ball back. Oh, he turned away from me, but there goes the final whistle anyway. Our first goal in a couple of episodes gets us the win against the league leaders. That is going to close the gap to Oxford at the top of the table. We may even be level on points with them now. I'm not entirely too sure. Let's jump back and have a quick look at the league table. Getting a couple of accomplishments. Long sleeve shirt. Apparently that's the first time I've played in the rain. Not really too sure about that. It might be, but regardless, we'll take the accomplishment. I can now have a long sleeve shirt. Not really too keen on using that though, to be completely honest. But let's have a look at the league table and see where we are now. We might be top, we might not be top. We'll have a quick check. Got a game against Port Vale coming up in the league next. Or not in the league, in the Johnson's Paint Trophy rather. That'll be a good game against higher league opposition yet again. We are, when it eventually comes round, top of the table, a point ahead of Oxford United now. We remain the only undefeated team in League 2 right now. 8 wins, 3 draws, 15 goals for, only conceded 3 goals all season long, plus 12 goal difference and a point ahead of Oxford United, who we've just beaten at home. Really, really pleased with this episode. A goal for us for the first time in a while, and we've pushed to the top of the table. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like, guys. That'd be absolutely fantastic if you could. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you'd like to do so, to make sure you don't miss out on any of this series or any of the other career mode stuff that comes out on Chesnoy Gaming, whether that's the Chelsea career mode or the Atletico Madrid career mode, then hit that sub button and maybe you can help us push towards 26,000 subs. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.